Assuming that you already have a decent computer and a pair of headphones, you can get away with just adding a USB microphone to your hardware setup if you're doing a solo podcast or one where you record with others online. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to assume that you already have a computer to work with. Let's get into what a basic setup for a solo or remote podcaster can look like. You'll need a computer, a USB microphone, headphones, microphone stand or boom arm, recording software, and a hosting service. You're going to need a computer to capture your audio and to communicate with others through a remote service if you're doing interviews or working with a team. Because you'll be recording by yourself, you can get away with using a USB microphone that plugs directly into your computer. That eliminates the need for additional equipment like an audio interface. This will make the recording process more convenient and cost-effective. Some options for USB microphones are the Samson Q2U, Rode NTSB, Elgato Wave, Blue Yeti, and the Shure MV7. This setup is perfect if you're doing a solo podcast or recording with others remotely using a streaming service like Squadcast or Riverside. You won't have to worry about adding an audio interface or XLR microphones into the mix. You'll be good to go with this setup. But if you're recording in the same room with multiple people, your best option is to use an audio interface with XLR microphones, which we'll discuss in the next video. But if budget is an issue, then there's ways to do this using USB microphones, but it's not as simple as plugging in and pressing record like a solo setup. Because most computer sound cards aren't set up to recognize more than one USB microphone at a time, you're going to have to download some third-party software and change some settings on your computer to make this work. So I'd suggest avoiding that. Another option is to buy something like the Rode NT-USB Mini, which has its own free dedicated software, so there's no need to do any manual configurations to your computer. And it gives you the plug and play functionality while being able to connect up to 4 microphones. The downside is this only works with Rode products. While there are some USB microphones that allow you to record 2 people on one microphone from different angles, such as the Blue Yeti, everything will be recorded to the same audio track. When multiple people's audio is recorded onto the same track, trying to edit that will be a nightmare for you or whoever's been tasked with cleaning up the audio. We'll get deeper into this when we discuss editing, but it's best practice to use separate microphones for each person who's recording. And I know you're thinking, hey, this was supposed to be the budget option. Me and my friends were planning to record into the same mic so we can save some money. I get it, budgets are real. But in terms of post-production and the work that needs to be done when you finish recording, this will save you a lot of headache. One person, one mic. For your mic stand or boom options, honestly, it just depends on your preference and your specific recording environment. A boom arm allows for more flexibility in positioning with the microphone and can reduce the amount of noise from handling the microphone during recording. A desktop stand can be more stable but might not give you as much flexibility in positioning. If you're a handsy talker, there's a chance you might bump the microphone, bang your hands on the table, knock something over. A floor microphone stand is a happy medium. To be honest, all 3 options work well for your recording, so you should experiment and see which one works best for you. With that said, let's take a look at what an intermediate setup looks like.